How are you lovely people doing today? My name is John. As we all know, the Exo Zombie map Carrier came out yesterday, and there was a lot of development in terms of Oz's story. We learned a lot about him, and quite a few things happened to him. So what I thought I would do is explain pretty much everything we learned about Oz and our crew from this Exo Zombie map. Let's begin. It turns out Oz was really a zombie. I know I had said before that Oz could not have been a zombie, but at the time that was because we had no proof. Everybody's just like, oh, they were fighting for their lives, and then Oz said, use your teeth, he must be a zombie. No, that's not proof that somebody's a zombie. What we saw here, when Lennox said he was a zombie, and then we see his eyes glow at the end, proves he's a zombie. So the situation has clearly changed. And Sentinel had been watching our crew for a long time. They had somehow realized that our crew was infected. Somehow they got some special insight. Oz was significant though, because he was patient zero. He was the original infected. You'll notice his initials are OZ, which could possibly stand for original zombie. You see, Atlas had been up to no good and was doing human testing on its own employees, and it was under our nose the whole time. Those bodies sitting in the test tubes on the map Outbreak were probably other test subjects of theirs, just like our four characters. They probably did their best to create what we would consider superhumans, or as we know in the original zombie storyline, super soldiers, but things went wrong. And what they did was they killed our crew and then brought them back from the dead and then wiped their memories. This would explain why our crew was confused as to why they killed Oz and when Lennox called them dead. And this may be why our crew has been able to survive so well. Being partially infected possibly gives them some heightened senses and maybe the necessary edge to survive this apocalypse, which other humans lacked, thus they survived. I'd imagine that their infection requires a trigger though, because they were brought back from the dead. Maybe it requires some sort of serious trauma in order to become zombified, which would explain why when Oz was shot in the head, he soon was able to become a zombie. The important thing is though, Sentinel found Oz necessary to knock out because he was the original infected. Other members of the crew were infected soon after Atlas did testing on Oz. But the thing to note is that Lennox mentions that a bullet won't kill Oz. This is a large clue that he's a zombie. Zombies don't take damage like we do. They require multiple shots to be killed, as opposed to a human. All you really need to do is take one shot to the head and boom, you're done. So this shows that Oz isn't totally zombified. He needed some sort of trigger, and that was the bullet to his head. And since we see him enraged at the end of the map, it's clear that now he has reached that trigger and he is a zombie. The idea behind capturing Oz is probably that they want to study him. They want to do some sort of test on him. They want to find a cure. It's believed that our crew and Oz may be the necessary tools or the necessary steps or hold the necessary information in order to fix this apocalypse and save the world. And you might be wondering, how is Oz still able to narrate the story? And this is because we're going to end up curing him. We don't know how. We don't know when. All we know is that they're probably at some point going to recover his body and then find a way to fix his zombification. Otherwise, it would be impossible for him to tell this story. And what they'll probably do is end up curing the rest of the crew and the world. So at the end of Carrier, we see Oz step out from the boxes, and it looks like we're about to see a big confrontation. And what we could assume is that Oz will survive and that our crew will probably survive too. I don't think we're going to end up seeing much of a fight in which characters die. That's just my theory at least. Anyway guys, that's about all we really know / learned about Oz from Exo Zombie so far. Of course, there's going to be more information that'll trickle out, and as I get more information, I will of course be updating this video, possibly leaving some annotations where corrections are necessary, and making future videos, so possibly subscribe if you want to keep up to date with the Exo Zombie storyline, as well as the rest of the zombie storyline. I do cover that too. Anyway, I'm going to go though. Have a wonderful day. Please leave a like if you enjoyed the video maybe, and bye.